Today on the Newsa-Cast, Josh and I sit down with Community First Fox Cities Marathon Race Director, Julie Johnson.
You know, the Fox Cities Marathon, many people don't realize that it's a nonprofit organization. And this being our 34th running this year, we take our race proceeds and we donate back. After all the bills are paid and all that, we donate back to local nonprofits. And that started in 2006. And so far, we're close to $1.2 million back into our community.
Wow. Oh, that's so awesome. That's incredible. And that's really what it's all about. I never put two and two together, but our two organizations are very similar in that. And I think it's really what makes the Fox Cities so great.
Yeah, and I'm always like, woohoo, look at me. I'm from the Fox Cities. Yep, Fox Cities Marathon right here. We got a great, we're fast and flat. And yeah, I got a lot of gusto. Let's talk about the Fox Cities Marathon. I'm always about that. But, a lot of people, because we're a Boston qualifier, and our event is in September, which is towards the end of the running season, so to speak. And so if you want to qualify for Boston, we talk about that. I mean, this is a premier fall event in the Fox Cities, and we're the only marathon in the Fox Cities. That brings a special group of people, just with participants, with our volunteers, with all of our spectators. It brings a really unique event to the area.
That attracts people nationwide, right, to come to try to qualify, because there aren't many opportunities. And there's only certain opportunities, I guess, throughout the country to do that, right?
Right. I mean, and also as a runner, you look at the course, how is it? Is it very hilly? Because if it's really hilly, that's going to affect your time and your stamina and your endurance. And we don't give purse prices or prizes anymore. We stopped doing that because we wanted the money to go back to the community. So we're a community supported and we're a community supportive event. And so to be a Boston qualifier and to hold that certification is a big deal in that running community.
I hear a lot of people take running up later in life. Running fills a need. And do you see a lot more people coming into the Fox Cities Marathon that are doing like their first or second or just want to experience it for the first time?
Yeah, and we're a great first timer event because we're flat and because it's so easy as far as like you're connected with the community. You're not put out anywhere where there isn't support. One of the things that we really are excited that we provide support throughout the course. There's a porta potties and a water station every mile and a half or so. So you're always going to have something there for you. And so as a first timer, knowing that you have that much support out there, you should feel better that, we thought of you. We thought of, our volunteers and we thought of the spectators. And as a first timer, you're within good company because when you go through the different communities, there's people. And one thing that we do, and many other events do this, but we like to add your first name to your bib. And so, you're hearing someone call your name and you're like, I don't know them, but they see it and they'll call you out on it. So it's great. You feel like last year we were saying Midwest nice and all the hype. We really are. There's always going to be something new that you want to implement into the event to make the experience great and understanding, okay, what do we need to do to have this happen? Who needs to get involved? What permissions do we need to do? But again, we work with so many great people with our municipalities, with the police and the fire and EMS and all of our volunteers and our spectators that they work to make it happen. We are put on the map for a great premier event in the Fox Cities every fall. And brings in people from all over the United States. This year, we even have someone registered from the U.S. Virgin Islands and Alaska.
Wow.
So
nice.
When we have people when we have people coming, we're like, we are going to roll out the red carpet and we're going to show you a great time. And that's what we want to do.
You mentioned the spectators. It is kind of cool when they're racing. I mean, people take it serious. They're dressed as cheerleaders. They're cheering on. They're having breakfast parties on their porch or whatever the case is. But they really take it serious a lot. I mean, you have thousands of spectators throughout the course.
We estimate about 10,000
Wow.
people. And, as a participant, there's nothing better than seeing a little kid, sitting on the driveway eating their Cheerios or whatever it is. And you're just like, thanks for getting up.
Right.
Yeah.
We've talked about the marathon and all the events, but I mean, it truly is the whole entire weekend. You're out at Fox City Stadium and use that venue is set up. You have competitive walking. I mean, you have so many different things. It's way more than a marathon. And I I know I don't even know where to begin, but maybe just walk us through the weekend of a marathon weekend.
Sure. Well, one of the things that we implemented last year that we're doing again this year in May is our competitive walk division is a race walking division. It has rules and it has judges, so to make sure that you walk the right way. And we're really lucky because we have a two-time Olympic trials qualifier that lives here locally. And so he won our competitive walk division, which is a half marathon in 2023. And he wanted to do a race walking clinic. So we're like, yeah, let's do it. It went over
Yeah.
big. So we're doing it again this year. I know, it's so cool. There are some serious competitive walkers. We've had one
Okay.
gentleman that has come several years from New Jersey or New York, one of the two. Um, and we've brought in people from all over that really take it seriously. They enjoy the course because it is flat. It's a half marathon and it's a flat
Yep.
course. And so they really enjoy the course overall and they love the finish line. You finish with everybody else on Sunday and it's a good time.
The Community First Fox Cities Marathon brings in an amazing amount of money to all our businesses and our communities as well. Could you touch a little bit on that and just kind of talk about how the partnerships and everything that you've been able to develop through the years?
Yes, we work really well with the Fox City CVB. One of the things that we take, we really plan for this is truly the best way we can. And we try to have hotel blocks for our participants who are coming in, traveling, flying into our airport, driving into town. They need a place to stay. And, we work with the hoteliers in the area through the CVB to create blocks and opportunity for people to have a place to stay. Um, there's so many different businesses involved, and our sponsors are fantastic. I mean, because we're a nonprofit, we couldn't do it without our sponsors as well as
Right.
our volunteers and whatnot. So our sponsorship is very important. We have many different opportunities to be a sponsor, and also our in-kind sponsorships. We need food at the finish line. We need certain resources, and we have some great businesses that have provided in-kind for us to make this happen. So Friday night, we have our kids fun run. On Saturday, we have a 5K and a 10K. So those start at 9 a.m. at Riverside Park in Neenah. And then on
Okay.
Sunday, we have the full, the half, the relay, and the competitive walk events that start on Midway Road at 7 a.m. And then they finish at Riverside Park in Neenah. We also have a health and wellness expo on Friday and
Yeah.
Saturday. So, we have so many things going on, and the health and wellness expo is open to the public. So, you know, you can be, I have to be everywhere along with everybody else. We owe a lot to our volunteers. We have some great team leaders that have been through this, that come back, and they've been through this so many years. They know what they're doing. And
Okay.
the amount of trust that's built is huge. Not just from, I know that our volunteer team leads and some of the other people involved, they know what they're doing, but also the participants have to have the trust in us. To make sure that they're safe and that they will reach their goal. They
Right.
will reach their goal, whatever that is. But also, through the years, Fox Cities Marathon has earned the trust of our communities and those involved, our sponsors, all the different municipalities and whatnot. And I think Community First Credit Union, who started this, has really earned credibility with, we look out not just for our own, but for everybody. We look out for
Mhm.
everybody. And it may not be the right decision in some people's minds, but we have to consider everyone. And that's taken very seriously in our planning, especially when it comes to weather. We don't want to have anything happen. So, you have to balance
Yeah.
that well, and it may not
Right.
be in the eyes of everyone, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people realize, that we have to take into consideration.
What has the growth been like for the marathon since you came on board to where you are today?
I was really happy to see that we had an 18% increase in
Wow.
registrations last year in 2024 from 23. I think COVID really did a number on not just our event, but in the running industry as a
Right.
whole, with many different events. Some events didn't return. Some events,
Yeah.
are struggling to come back. And, our numbers in 2019, 2017, they were high, and that's my goal, to get back to where we were.
Okay.
um, but it takes time to grow back. It takes time for people to feel like, yep, this is what I want to do. Now, coming off of a cancellation is hard. People don't,
Sure.
what are they going to do this year? And we're planning. I mean, that's what I do my full time.
Yeah.
I, I'm planning. But I think, as a nonprofit organization, we gave all of our paid registrants for Sunday's event a $30 discount to use. That's
Okay.
a very big discount for a nonprofit to provide. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's because we felt like we owe it to them. We wanted
Okay.
people to come back this year and experience us. Many first timers didn't get the chance to do it. But it's our way of, like, we see you, we want to celebrate you. And so, with that cancellation, if you as a participant ran in a different event, or you ran it on your own, if you submitted your time, you received a personalized box with your name on it that had your medal in it. It was mailed to
Oh,
your
okay.
home. And we wanted to celebrate. We wanted to make people feel like, wow, they do see me. We do
Yeah.
appreciate you. I mean, you're not just a registration to us. You're important. And we wanted people to feel good.
What do you guys hope for numbers this year? How many runners do you want to see in the marathon? And is there,
Oh,
if you look 5 years from now, is there a point where where this event can only hold so many?
I think, for the kids' fun run, we look at that with the capacity of the stadium, and
Okay.
also making sure that the kids have the space that they need. With the 5K, 10K, we're that's growing. The 10K, this will be its fourth year, since its inception, and it's
Okay.
growing really well. So yeah, we tend to look at the numbers, because the 10K and the 5K, they start together at 9 a.m. and somewhere you have that cross. And
Yeah.
so we're looking at that. Looking at the numbers on Sunday's events, where it used to be 9,000, 10,000 people, we still have space, we still have room.
Okay.
And we hope to grow that more. Yeah.
And really the best way, I think, for people to sign up, and maybe we should probably let people know exactly to kind of the timeline of when to sign up. But just going to the Community First Fox Cities Marathon page, you have a fantastic website that answers all your questions, gets you registered and everything.
Hmm. Yeah. Foxy'smarathon.org is the site, and you can find out information about each of the events and register.
Is there a certain, I mean, that's pretty intricate, the chips and the actual timing and all that. Is there a certain company that does that, or how does the actual
Mhm.
the logistics of the timing work?
So we use a company called MTech Timing. They do several different events. There are other timing companies around the United States. So you have timing mats that are set out, so that people can understand their splits. They help put running clocks out so that, if you're, again, a participant who's running for time, you can see what your splits are. A lot of people wear their watches that tells them everything that they need anyways.
Yep.
Sure.
But But for awards, we count on the timing mats to tell us we have Masters awards, we have overall awards, and then we have our age awards, our top 3 in all of those categories. And so we do that with the 5K, 10K, and with the Sunday events. Those are all timed, and you can earn an award. But yeah, it is tricky. There's a lot of coordination with that, where they're located, making sure that they're crossable, that there's nothing that would get in the way of a participant. So, that's another thing you have to plan for. So we do have some people that have come year after year. We have some participants that have run all 33 years, 34 coming up. And then we have some volunteers that are the same way, and probably some spectators too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is like, it's a family, they come together marathon weekend, and it's a lot of accomplishment. It's a lot of pride. It's really cool to see volunteers high-fiving. It's really cool to see volunteers getting excited about it. That just drives me. I'm just like, thank you so much for being here. How you doing today? People should be proud. People should be proud that this is happening. I know it's an inconvenience at times, but man, you might be with an organization who receives a donation back from us, and the impact that has made, to your organization. Your child may have been involved with volunteering at the water station through the high school, or at a dance team that won first place and received money for their program.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great pride that I think people have. And, now that I'm on this side of the marathon weekend of events, I hate the fact that I've lost sight of what it looks like on the outside, but I'm just so stinking happy and proud of, what we've been able to contribute for 33 years that, I just love it. I just love it.
It makes such a difference that $1,000 going to the cross country team. And we saw it from the Red Smith side when we, would give to similar groups like that. It's so huge for those groups. That money means the world to them. That's so big for groups like that.
Yeah. And my favorite thing at the end of the year, at the end of the season, I get to give out money. We have a school challenge for kids who participate in the Kids Fun Run or the 5K. We take a percentage of that school and we have them against other schools their size. I love going to schools and handing them money. It's a big assembly.
Yeah.
Kids are wearing their shirts and their medals. I love that. And I love giving money to other organizations that support us, who are like-minded and go with our mission statement of community health and wellness, one step at a time. It means a lot for me to meet them and to contribute to their mission. I love doing that.
Well, Julie, I mean, this has been fantastic. One, to meet you. Two, to learn about the marathon. It's like we said earlier, it's one of those things you just kind of take for granted, and to understand just the planning process is mind-boggling. But thank you so much, and we look forward to another 34 years.
Well, if I don't see you on the course, maybe you'll volunteer.
There you go.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Absolutely,
no doubt. You can find every episode on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or YouTube, or any podcast app. Follow our social accounts for show updates, local events, inspirational content, or simply for fun. Follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, Blue Sky, or Instagram. Noosa is able to offer grants and scholarships to youth because of the donations and support we have received from the community through the years. People like you. If you are considering donating or providing support through Noosa, please visit redsmith.org for details. Please contact the Newsa-Cast to share your story, offer a suggestion of a particular athlete or sport, or even an idea, or just simply say hello. Newsa-Cast@gmail.com.